What's up, guys? In this video, I want to walk you through two pairs of vintage Nike Waffles that I recently picked up on eBay. Over here in yellow and blue, we have a pair of LDVs, which stands for Long Distance Vector. This shoe was made between 1978 and 1982. And then over here, the blue and yellow pair, those are called Nike Elites. And those were made from 1977 until 1981. Both of these pairs have Waffle Soles, and both of these pairs are in absolutely brand new condition. I bought them from the same seller based out of the UK, and I found them on eBay. I paid $228 a pair for these shoes, which brings up an interesting question. So when these shoes came out in the late 70s and early 80s, they were $39.95 for this pair right here. And then the Elites were between $33.95 and $35.95. So basically, these shoes cost me retail plus about $200. Let's break out the Nike Chronicle Deluxe book and flip to the waffle section. Here we go. So we did a video a couple weeks ago on 4 other pairs of vintage Nike Waffles that I scored on eBay. To put these shoes into their proper context, let's have a look at what we've already seen, starting with the Oregon Waffle, and then the Waffle Trainer, more and more Waffle Trainers, which was just a very popular shoe, the LD 1000, and then here we are into the LDV. So the LDV is right here, and you can see right up here some of the details from Chronicle Deluxe. You can see it was made from 78 to 82, made in the USA. 2305 would be the product number, and then they were $39.95. And then when we flip the page one more time, we get to the Elite. And you can see right here, the Elite was made in 1977 to 81, made in the USA. 2310 is going to be the product number. And then they were $33.95 to $35.95. So let's have a look quickly at the other shoes that I scored on eBay. We won't take a whole lot of time on these because we've already talked about them. But notice on the Oregon Waffle, we have the lowercase cursive Nike logo, whereas on the LDV and the Elite, we see Nike in big, bold capital letters. This one right here was the earlier logo from the early 70s. But then as we get to the late 70s and early 80s, we start to see the bold capital logos. Here was the Waffle Trainer that we looked at, again with the lowercase cursive logos. In the other video, I was pointing out that I think it's really cool when the foam on the tongue stays intact, like what you see here. Have a look at what happened to the foam on these pairs. So it's gone, and it just kind of turns to an orange-brown dust. And again, these shoes that we're looking at here are brand new and have never been worn, so the deterioration of the foam on the tongues just sort of happened over time. Like right in here, there would have been foam, but not anymore. And when you look closely at the insole, you can see that sort of dust right there, right inside there. And that came from the inevitable deterioration of the foam on the tongues. Let's have a look at the Waffle Soles, of course. Here they are. Brand new condition. These shoes are 40 years old. This one has the 2 patents on there. You'll recall the first patent, 3793750, is the standard waffle patent. But then this second one right here, 4098011, refers to this part, the cleated soles. And then have a look at the Waffle Soles on the Elites. And this one just has the standard US patent number 3793750. There was a really cool old ad for these shoes when they came out, featuring the Nike Elites alongside a Porsche, showing that both of those things are what you need for speed. So there you have it, 2 pairs of brand new vintage Nike Waffles that are about 40 years old. And like I said, I bought these shoes for $228 each. So basically I paid under $200 for somebody to store these shoes for 40 years. Think about that. This shoe cost $39.95. I basically paid someone $190 to store these shoes brand new for me from the time that they came out. It makes it seem like they're a real bargain. Like, think about if you gave something to someone right now in the year 2019 and you were like, hey, hold on to this until 2059. How much would that service alone be worth? Like, think if you got a storage locker or a safe deposit box for 40 years. Seems like $5 a year per pair is a great deal. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love these shoes and it's great to add them to my vintage Nike Waffle collection.